Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new here. So for today's video, I thought I would just kind of relax and get on here and play with some makeup with you guys because I have a day off and I seriously don't know what to do with myself. So I do have a couple of new products by Morphe that I really want to try. So I do have a Morphe palette and I do have their new mascara. So I figured that I would just come on here and play and try this on camera for you guys. So if you are not subscribed already, I would greatly appreciate it if you press that subscribe button and joined my little YouTube family. Okay, so starting off, I'm not going to be using a Morphe foundation. I tried one of their foundations last year and I was not impressed. Like, I did not like it at all. So I'm just going to be going in with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh foundation. This one is in the shade Light 40N. Okay, so I'm just tapping this in. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I have like a breakout right like at the beginning of my eyebrow. I don't know what it is, but they like to like gravitate in my eyebrow. And I don't know if it's like the hair oils that are coming out in my eyebrow. I have no idea what that is, but I never really had to deal with that before. It's just like kind of like a new thing where they just love to go around my eyebrow. Okay, so that is it for foundation. Now that I have it on my face, I can actually start to see where I am losing my tan a little bit, and it does look a little bit darker in some areas. Okay, so moving on to concealer, I will be using some MAC. So this is the 24-hour Smooth Wear Concealer in the shade NW22. It is just so smooth, so glidey, and it has like a really natural buildable coverage. So that's what I really like about it. It's not too cakey, it doesn't settle into my lines, it's incredibly smooth. So I really love this concealer. And I'm just gonna go tap this out and push this into my skin. Now I'm going to go in with some translucent powder, and I know I use this in almost every video, but I love this powder so much. It is so cheap, it is so inexpensive. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. Like, seriously you guys, this is probably like one of the cheapest ones at the drugstore that you can get. I got mine at Walmart, and seriously, it's under $10. I'm just going in and doing my under eyes. I'm going to do a little bit on my forehead and a little bit on my chin just to kind of balance out where I'm kind of putting the powder. Okay, so for brows, I'm going to go in with this Quo Beauty pomade. So this one is the Sculpting Brow Pomade, and this is in the shade Ash. So this is one of my favorite brow pomades. If you guys haven't seen this, or if you guys haven't seen my Quo Beauty like little try-on haul, I would suggest you do so because this is almost a better dupe than the ABH Dip Brow Pomade. Like, seriously, this stuff is so good and it's so creamy, so smooth, and I just absolutely love it. Okay, so with my little pimp there, it's kind of hard to get in and do my eyebrow on that side, and it always looks wonky, and I just wish it would go away and never come back. It's very hard to get both of your eyebrows exactly the same like length and shape. I have no idea why, because like I can do both of my eyes the same, but when it comes to eyebrows, I don't know what it is. Okay, so brows are on. They're certainly not even, but I don't really care. They're gonna have to do. And also I wiped all the bake off my eyes while I was at it. So now we're moving into bronzer, and I think I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. This is in the shade 2 Medium. It's like a really nice, not too dark, not too warm shade, just like this. I love it so much. It's so easy to blend. Like, this bronzer seriously blends like a dream. Okay, so for blush, I think I'm gonna try this one by Hourglass. This one is the Ambient Lighting Blush, and this is in the shade Diffused Heat. So it is a little bit more darker. It is a little bit more like a darker pink, but if you don't use too much of it, it should be okay. So I'm just going to tap my brush to that. So this is actually a really nice shade. I kind of really like that, and I don't know why I haven't been using this. This has been like sitting at my little makeup station, whatever you want to call it, for a couple months now, and I haven't really tried this shade. I have two other blush shades in this, but I don't know, I haven't really tried it. I guess it was because it looked a little bit dark. Okay, so I actually really like that blush. I'm going to be using this definitely more often now that I kind of know what it looks like on my skin. Okay, so now it's time for the eyeshadow palette, and I'm so excited to use this because I'm going to be honest, it was kind of sitting in this room for probably close to 2 months, if not longer, because I bought it the first day that it launched and I just kind of had other things to do and other life things happening, so I haven't gotten around to using it, and I didn't want to use it before actually using it in a video. So I did save this palette. This is what the palette looks like. I think this is the most beautiful palette. I just love all those colors, especially that super metallic-y glittery shade in the center. I love all the purples, I love the greens, and all of the nudie shimmery shades that go along with it. I think this palette is absolutely stunning. Okay, so we have to start sometime. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with a transition shade at first. I think I'm going to go into this shade right here. I'm just taking that on a Morphe E23 brush, and I'm just going to gently put this into my crease. And if you guys hear that my voice is like kind of raspy and kind of like weird, I have no idea what happened. I was at a party last night, like a surprise party for one of my friend's birthday, and I did drink a little bit, but I was not like drunk or anything like that, so I have no idea what happened to my voice. It's just kind of, I don't know, just kind of got weird, I guess. I actually love this shade. So I'm not really sure how to pronounce this color. I don't know if it's mauve or mauve. I kind of just bounce between the two different ways to say it. I'm not sure if there's like a Canadian way to say it or like a US way to say it. I'm just gonna stick to mauve. So I'm going in with the same shade, and I'm just kind of pulling this on my bottom lid just a little bit, nothing like too drastic, because I think I want to use a different color under there. So okay, so I think I am gonna go in with this like matte pink shade there. I'm just gonna use a different brush. This is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH31 brush. I'm just gonna dip into that and just kind of put that on top of that other color just in the crease. It's just gonna add a little bit more color and just brighten it up a little bit. These shadows are blending like a dream. And the funny thing is I watch YouTube videos, and some people say that they don't like the quality of Morphe shadows, but I seriously cannot find anything wrong with Morphe shadows. Like, they are like some of the best ones to me. Like, I have no issues. They're just like a nice blendable, super pigmented shadow that's pretty easy to work with. So I don't know what everyone else is kind of seeing in shadows, but for me, these work perfectly. Like, these are great shadows. So I think I'm gonna go into this purple shade there with that small brush. This is a Sigma Small Tapered Blending E45 brush. I'm just gonna go in with that purple, and I'm just going to add some of that kind of into the outer portion of my eye. Again, just to add a little bit of color, just to kind of blend that in. And I feel like I have to go into like a darker shade now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try this one first. I know it's a metallic, but I like sometimes how metallics look like when you're not just putting them all over the lid. So I'm gonna try that one. So it's this one that's in the like the purple row, the second one in, same brush. I'm going to see how this applies right with that purple shade. So I think I'm gonna take that same shade, the one that I just used right there, same brush, and I'm just going to apply some on the inner corner over here as well. And I think I'm going to go into this shade over here. It's almost like a burgundy, like deep kind of shade, like a brown burgundy. So, and I'm just kind of putting it over where I just put that shimmery purple shade, just to kind of deepen it up and add some darkness to it a little bit. So now I'm just taking that pink shade again, this one right here, and I'm just going over the bridge of those two sides. I'm just going to kind of connect it with the pink. And before I go any further, I do kind of want to put a color on the inside here, and I don't think I can help myself because I think I have to do it, but I really, really, really want to try this middle metallic shade here. It's like so pretty. It doesn't feel too creamy. It feels very like dry, but I don't know, dry but wet at the same time. It's super hard to explain. It's almost like I can feel the scratchiness because the metallic flakes are kind of chunky and big. So I think that's what I'm feeling, but we're gonna try. We're gonna apply some to the center of my eye. This is gonna be kind of a dramatic look. Ooh, that is pretty. I actually do really like that. I'm just gonna do the same on the other eye. Ooh, and I actually like the way that looks. Like, this would be like a perfect, like, party thing. Like, if you were going out somewhere and you wanted to add some sparkle and you just kind of wanted to have fun with your look, I think this would be absolutely perfect. So I'm just going in with a little bit more, and I'm only putting it in the center of my lid. I don't want to put it all over everything because I do just want to keep it in the center. I think that's good for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into that burgundy shade right here, same little brush I was using, and I think I'm just going to continue smoking out the outer corners of my eye. This green is calling my name, and I know this might look kind of silly, but I do kind of want to put some green on my lower lash. So there is a matte shade here, and then above it is like a shimmer shade. I think I'm going to try the, I don't know if I want to try the matte or the shimmer shade. You know what, I'm just going to go in with the shimmer shade just to see how that works. So I'm literally going in with that with the same little brush I've been using, and I'm just going to apply some to my lower lids. Okay, so that's not picking up very well on my brush. It's probably one of those shades that you have to use your finger for. So I'm kind of forced to use the the matte shade. So that's what I'm going to go into. I'm going to try that now. So I'm not sure how this is going to look with the purple, but we're going to find out. I just kind of wanted to play with new colors and do something a little bit different. So here we are. Okay, so I'm going to go in with some liner, and I think the liner that I'm going to use is this one. It's right next to the dark green matte shade. So I'm just going to dip into that shade, and I'm just going to line my eyes. Just kind of how I do it every other time. Okay, so for the inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to try this top corner shade here. It's almost like a shimmer, like off-white. So I'm just going to pop that on my inner corners and brow bone. And this is a really nice shade for this. Like, I love this shade. Okay, so now I'm going to be going in and testing out this new mascara by Morphe. It is called the Make It Big Volumizing Mascara, and I don't know how this is gonna go because I am a super picky mascara person. So we're about to find out. So it comes in this like really nice sleek looking tube. It's all black, and it actually feels really nice. Like, it feels very like luxurious and kind of expensive. So I'm just gonna open it up, and this is the wand. So it actually has like a pretty good wand on it. It's not too thick, and I'm literally just gonna go in and try it. So right off the bat, it is separating pretty nicely. Like, it is separating my lashes, so I do like that. So that is pretty much like what I would consider one coat on my lashes. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other one. Okay, so that's the other one done. I am gonna go in and add a second coat because I normally do that with every mascara anyway. So I'm just gonna go back in and layer another coat on. Okay, so I pretty much have mascara on, and I will say that it is a little bit clumpy and goopy. So I'm not hating it, but I'm not really loving it either. But this definitely could be better if it just dries a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to continue using this for like the next couple of days just to kind of see what it's like once it airs out and dries a little bit. But I can actually see this being a really nice mascara. I don't know, what would I give it? I would probably give it like a 6 out of 10, to be honest, because it is a little bit goopy, but I am willing to let it kind of dry out a little bit and do its thing, and I'm gonna keep using it, and then I'm gonna see how I like it. But as of right now, first application, I am gonna give this a 6 out of 10. So that's not bad for me because I am super picky. So when I say that something's like above immediate fail, then it definitely has potential, because I don't know what it is, but mascara is like a make or break for me. I have to love the mascara, and it has to do what I want it to do in order for me to like it and love it and use it. Also, I did not mention the price of the palette. So the palette was $32 Canadian, and this guy is $16 Canadian. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop on some lashes by Ardell, and I will be right back. Okay, so lashes are on, and in case you guys are wondering, I did use the Ardell Wispy lashes. So these ones are great. They're a little bit more dramatic than the ones that I normally use, but I figured that this look calls for a dramatic lash. Okay, so time for highlighter, and I'm going to be using my absolutely favorite. This is Double Gleam from MAC. So looks just like this. I'm just going to swirl this in and apply it on my cheekbones and my nose. Okay, so because we did a bold look on the eyes, I think I want to keep it like a nudie pink on the lips. So I am going to go in with one of my all-time favorite MAC shades, and this is called Cream Cup. So I'm just going to go in with this. Okay, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I have to say that I am actually kind of obsessed with how this look came out. This palette I absolutely love. Like, I don't know, I just can't say enough about this palette. Like, I love it so much. I love that it comes with neutrals. I love that it comes with purples and pinks and greens, and it comes with like some black shades, so if you want to do liner, some dark plum eggplant shades, lots of shimmers and lots of mattes, so you can literally create anything that you want with this palette. So if you guys were kind of hesitant about this, I would say totally go for it, because you will not be disappointed. Alright you guys, so that concludes today's video, and if you want to see more videos by me, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will be seeing you guys in my next one. Bye!